The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Pauline Berzosa. Former Senator Laila de Lima has now been cleared of all the drug charges filed against her. The Muntinlupa Regional Trial Court Branch 206 junked the third and last drug case against her because the prosecution failed to prove that de Lima is guilty beyond reasonable doubt. De Lima was previously jailed for 6 years before she was allowed to post bail last year. She also has a message for her nemesis, former President Rodrigo Duterte.
Kay Ginoong Duterte, kayo ngayon ang mananagot sa mga kasalanan niyo sa taong bayan. Isa lang po akong biktima. Libo-libo mga Pilipino ang pinaslang nila nung nakaraang madugo at pekeng war on drugs.
The president's camp has yet to make a statement about de Lima's freedom. Meanwhile, the Justice Department will study if they will still file for a motion for reconsideration.
Well, we are also very happy for the good senator because once upon a time, she was our former boss. And we do not lose our respect even though we are on the other side of the fence.
Okay.
But it's our duty to prosecute.
The National Privacy Commission, or NPC, has confirmed that Jollibee Group's record of sensitive information from their customers were compromised. NPC said around 11 million people's personal information, including birth dates and senior ID numbers, were illegally accessed by hackers. The Jollibee Foods Corporation has requested an additional 20 days to finish their internal investigation. The group has already implemented response protocols to ensure that their e-commerce platforms are not affected and will remain operational. Well, DICT Undersecretary Jeffrey E&D discusses the legalities of hacking. Here's an excerpt from his interview on The Big Story.
What are the policies when it comes to vulnerability tests? Because yun nga, parang that is the cover.
Yes.
For hacking,
good
quote unquote, right?
Good question, Gretchen. And thank you for asking that because there's a lot of hacktivists who think that what they're doing is harmless. Remember that there is a law against illegal access of computer devices. And there's also a law against intentional data breach or trying to get data. Anytime you try to get personally identifiable data and release it to the public, that's already illegal. If you reshare it again, that's again illegal.
Okay, but Yusek, what if I was a company and I did ask some white hat hacker or anyone capable to do it? In that case, okay lang naman yun.
In that case, okay lang yun.
Basta malinaw.
May mga professional penetration testers talaga and they earn a lot of money doing that. Pero ang magic word kasi doon, Sean, is that there is consent. There is actually a contract that you hired me.
Kung ganon, ba't di na lang sila pumasok sa ganong klaseng racket?
I don't know what their motivations are. Ang gusto ko lang sabihin is that we need to delineate this kind of, kasi may ethical and unethical practices. The same with, the same with artists as well. No?
Yeah.
So an ethical practice is walang consent, tapos nag-hack ka, kahit vulnerability assessment. And although Art had a previous case na rin, no, with Inquirer 7 about this. So just an advice to anyone who's trying to do this in a controlled environment. There's also a bug bounty program. No, walang paalam, nag-hack ka, pero hindi mo disclose.
Okay.
Hindi mo pinablish. Sumulat ka dun sa kumpanya like,
Pwede yun?
pwede yun.
So Yusek, it's mostly illegal if, yun nga, binibenta rin itong information
Lalo.
diba, on the dark web.
Lalo.
Dark web is actually a scary place. I haven't been there. I haven't
I don't
tried
even know how to
visiting
go
it,
there.
right? But ayun nga, this information is available there. But what exactly can hackers do with that information ba?
So, information is information, Pauline. No? Yeah, information can be weaponized. For example, how do you think scammers would know that when they text you a scam, they would also know your name? How would hackers know, or scammers would know, that you're actually a client of a particular bank? That you actually have a bank account with that? That's because your data was sold, and these scammers, which are usually syndicates, crime syndicates, have that information. They harvest that information, and they use that against you.
We'll be back with more stories after this break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Pauline Berzosa. Some parts of the country may experience rains in the next 24 hours due to the easterlies or warm winds from the Pacific Ocean. Scattered rains are expected over eastern Visayas, central Visayas, Caraga, Bicol Region, Romblon, Palawan, and Quezon. Meanwhile, Metro Manila and the rest of the country may also expect isolated rains due to localized thunderstorms. The Philippine Olympic Committee says it's all systems go for Team Philippines ahead of the Paris Olympics. POC President Bambol Tolentino and Chef de Mission John Vic Remulla are leading the rounds at an all-in facility in Metz, France. This is where our Filipino athletes will get to sharpen their skills a month before the Paris Games. This is also the first time that the POC is conducting a training camp for Olympic-bound athletes. Tolentino says the Philippine delegation is still expected to surpass the 20-athlete mark, with more athletes expected to qualify in athletics, golf, and swimming. The Zus Coffee Thunderbells secured the first overall pick for this year's PVL Rookie Draft. The team formerly known as Strong Group Athletics had the highest odds during Monday night's lottery due to their winless record in the 2024 All-Filipino Conference. 47 aspirants will join the first ever PVL draft set on July 8, including LaSalle middle blocker and the Las Filipinas bronze medalist Thea Gagate. UAAP standouts Leila Cruz, Julia Coronel, Lucille Almonte, Jewel Encarnacion, and Steph Bustrillo are also part of the list of aspirants. There's a water park in Cebu that has it all: themed pools, giant slides, and water sports. But they don't just offer fun and excitement, they are also committed to ocean conservation. Mobile Journal Marymond Reyes has the story.
Kilala ang Cebu para sa mga historical sites nito, lalong-lalo na sa tropical beaches. Pero hep, meron pa pala ibang libangan na pwedeng gawin sa isang resort na nasilip natin. Kombinasyon ng luxury at fun para sa lahat. Ito ang J Park Island Resort and Water Park sa Lapu-Lapu City, Cebu na dating kilala na Imperial Palace taong 2009.
J Park is a 16.6 hectare property, and we actually have the longest shoreline in the entire Mactan area. We have a 300-meter beach shoreline, and we have the biggest room inventory in the entire eastern and central Visayas.
Nasa hanggang 800 ang available rooms sa J Park. May country menu restaurants, 7 team pools at 3 giant slides. Syempre, for the clout nga tayo at sinubukan nga natin ang 3 water slide. Ayan na. Ooh. Paano po ang gagawin? Okay. Ganun pa rin pakiramdam pag na-flush sa toilet. Ang kailangan lang i-consider dito para sa mga first-timers, lalo na if merong hindi marunong lumangoy, yung drop natin dito, may kalaliman yung pool. Kasi kapag mababaw siya, yung impact nito pwede magkaroon ng injuries. Pero rest assured kasi nakabantay si lifeguard natin. Halos kompleto rin ang lahat ng klase ng water activities tulad ng banana boat, flying fish, jet ski, at parasailing. Tampok din ang themed indoor park nila na hango sa South Korean cartoon characters. Pero hindi lang for the kids dito dahil naging host din ang J Park sa swimwear presentation ng Miss Universe taong 2017 at isa itong effort sa promosyon ng turismo sa Cebu. Eh bakit nga ba J Park ang itinawag dito?
Kasi lahat ng brothers and sisters who founded it were named J. And because of our religious background, we parang give it also to God, to Jesus.
Buong buhay din ng resort na ito ay inilalaan daw nila sa kanilang commitment sa preserbasyon ni inang kalikasan.
Tapos, pag gusto nyo mag-snorkeling, meron kaming dyan snorkeling tour. Tapos, meron kaming coral restoration dyan. May coral nursery.
Bilang isang marine sanctuary, alaga lahat ng laman dagat tulad ng mga corals, jellyfish, at mga isda na mapapadaan o naninirahan sa shoreline ng J Park. May coral planting at sustainability program sila tulad ng cleanup drives. Dahil layon daw nila, hindi lang ang magpasaya ng tao, kundi pati ang pagbibigay atensyon sa kung ano ang bumubuo sa kagandahan ng Cebu, ang likas na yaman nito. Business the sustainability of natural resources. Yan daw ang advokasya nila. Nag-e-enjoy na ang mga resort goers, nakaambag pa sila sa paglago ni inang kalikasan. Mobile Journal, Merriman Reyes po, hatid ang muka ng balita.
And those are the top stories of the hour. I'm Pauline Verzosa. We are One News.